This is a cerebrospinal fluid visualization and meditation, connecting your cerebrospinal fluid to your heart. Take a moment to get comfortable. In your mind's eye, visualize the ventricles of the brain. Visualize the two lateral ventricles, the midline third ventricle, the diamond-shaped fourth ventricle, as well as the central canal of the spinal cord running all the way down the middle of your spinal cord. This entire space inside your brain, the entire ventricular space and central canal, is bathed in cerebrospinal fluid right now, and since you are a tiny embryo in your mother's womb, the cerebrospinal fluid bathes the entire outside of your brain, as well as your spinal cord, and goes all the way down to your sacrum. Bring your attention to the middle of your brain. Imagine a straight line running in between your ears, and go to that center of that line, into your third ventricle, a fluid-filled space in the middle of your brain, a radiant lake full with cerebrospinal fluid. Become aware of the sensation of this radiant fluid, this pulsating bath. Feel the source energy gathering in this fluid. Sense the pulsation of the fluid throughout the entirety of the inside of your brain, around your brain, all the way down the center of your spinal cord, and all the way down your entire spinal cord, down to your tailbone, and throughout your entire being. It is rhythmically pulsating. Feel the pulsation of the cerebrospinal fluid throughout your entire being. Feel that the cerebrospinal fluid can convey information and energy because it is a fluid medium that can create a total synchronization of energy within you. Now return back to your third ventricle, the radiant lake of cerebrospinal fluid in the center of your brain. When you are bathing in the third ventricle and you gaze upward, you gaze up at the fornix and the corpus callosum, as well as two openings, one to the right and one to the left, that go into the lateral ventricles. The walls of the third ventricle are made by the thalamus and the hypothalamus. In front of you, you see the anterior commissure, as well as the optic chiasm and the pituitary gland. In back of you, you see the pineal gland. Say hello to any structure of the brain that you may be interested in saying hello to. Now, from the perspective of the third ventricle, look down, and you see a little opening. A single narrow opening called the aqueduct of Sylvius, or the cerebral aqueduct. Go through this narrow opening in your mind's eye, and you enter the fourth ventricle. This is a diamond-shaped cavity. From the fourth ventricle, looking to the floor again, you see a rhomboid shape that makes a point. This point goes through the medulla and enters the spinal cord. Dive into the spinal cord. You are now within the cerebrospinal fluid in the spinal cord. Within the fluid of your spinal cord, stop at the level of your heart. Connect with your heart. Connect with its energy, with its electromagnetic field. Connect with its rhythmic heartbeat. Connect with the love inside of you and the universal love that is always present. Connect with the electromagnetic field of that love. Allow that love to fully inform your cerebrospinal fluid. as you are floating in the cerebrospinal fluid within your spinal cord at the level of your heart, slowly direct your gaze upward, up through your spinal cord, into the diamond-shaped fourth ventricle, all the way into your third ventricle, to that radiant lake in the middle of your brain. Connect your heart to your third ventricle and see what occurs in the fluid. Relax in this upward gaze from your cerebrospinal fluid at the level of your heart, gazing to your third ventricle. Bathe your fluid and your entire being in the illumination of love and light. Allow yourself to be free. Go with the flow. Now allow yourself to be totally dissolved into the cerebrospinal fluid. Allow yourself to be reabsorbed into your body, back into your lymphatics, to your bloodstream, becoming a particle of love that is traveling throughout your body.